This is very off the wall, no introduction, but this is something I did. I think I did it back like in January, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it yearly, da 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 da. And then I feel like I think I got too personal in the video, but I feel like, but how am I not gonna do this and get too personal? I don't know. But it was my birthday recently. It was my birthday, what, like 3 days ago? October 19th, I turned 22. It was a birthday. I always just say that it wasn't the best birthday. It wasn't, it might have, we're not gonna say it was the worst birthday because it wasn't bad. It was just a birthday, but it wasn't the best one, that's for sure. From when I accidentally cut my hair. But so I have this picture of the facets of life. I'll try to put it in here. And I just wanted to like make like a yearly update of where I am in those places. But I always get to ranting and stuff. But I think I'm gonna try to keep it short this time. It is fucking November. It's a month later. This video is like an hour, and I just couldn't. No, I couldn't, but like I'm trying to finish this video now, but it's not short. I just found it funny that I said it was gonna be short, and it's not short at all. But you know, we're here today, you guys. We're here today, so just watch and appreciate. And I actually wanted to put the video up because I made this video in January. I just never put it up because I also don't like editing and stuff. So I'm also gonna try to do it like very low edits, just putting clips together and stuff. But I need to look at the wheel again because I haven't looked at it like since I made that video. And then I'm gonna talk about one of those topics real quick. I don't have a lot of time because I'm about to go somewhere, but I just want to cover one starting now, and then we're gonna go through the whole wheel, and then maybe next year I'll do it again and stuff. Like, that's the plan. I think it's really important. I wish I could journal and do this, but I'm just like, when I have a journal, I write in it when I buy the journal, and then I never write in it again. So I just feel like that's why a video works better for me, and I'm a talker. So let me go check that picture real quick. But I'm gonna start with relational, like my social life, because that's usually where I get the most stressed out and stuff. But since I'm starting in a not stressed out mood, I'm gonna start with that. My social life is okay. Whenever I'm in a mood or whatever, like I have been in October, I'm always like, the one thing in my life I can never get together is my social life. Like, that's the one thing I'm always like, my social life is always in shambles. But that's because I struggle with social anxiety. Usually I cut myself slack for it, but obviously when I'm stressed, then I'm like, Mickell, your social life is shit. But it's not even that shit. Like, even recently I was at the tailgate with my friend, and people were saying hi to me, and she was like, okay, Miss Popular, and stuff like that. Even though I do think people are just nice and stuff, but I was like, people do be acknowledging my presence. So like, that made me feel good. But I just feel like when it comes to like close friends and stuff like that, I think I've seen someone before say they're not good at having a difference between like a best friend and like a friend. Like, I feel like I'm like that, where like I'm either like best friends with somebody or we're just like acquaintances. And I also have so many acquaintances that I would love to be like close friends with, but like I'm not the best texter and stuff. Like, I literally only regularly text my 2 friends that we have a group chat with each other with, and those are the only people I text regularly. My sister be calling me and stuff. Like, I talk to like my family and stuff, like, but not even as regular as my 2 friends. Like, I wish I kept up with people more, but it's really draining to me. Like, socializing is really draining to me. And like, it's not draining with my 2 friends because like we're just so close. I feel like we just tell each other like whatever we're thinking, and like it's not even like socializing, it's just like running our mouth. I'm eating breakfast before I go out with my mom. But yeah, friendship wise, I've met some good people though. I just like, I'm nervous for myself to like keep those relationships up. I have like 2 people in mind that like I feel like we're friends, but like we don't talk too much, and I don't want to fall off with them, so I need to like keep it up, if that makes sense. And I know the phone works both ways and stuff like that, so I try to do my part, or at least I'm trying to, but I'm not always the best at it. What else? Love life? Oh. I don't know if that's for me. every time, my friends have been saying it a lot recently, like, my 2 close friends and another friend I have, they were like, I can't wait to see you in love. And it just kind of makes me want to throw up. Like, me and another friend, we call it the haze, where like, you're in this delusional state when you got feelings for somebody. Not to say I've never been in the haze. Like, I'm not going to say I'm better than anybody. I do have a superiority complex, but I've been in the haze before. I've just never been in it that much. Like, love is crazy. I don't know how I feel about that. Also, I just got my mother. But yeah, men. I like men for things. But trusting and loving, I don't know about that. Y'all aren't very good on that part. So, yeah. See, it's better to do this first when I'm in a good mood, because I'm not trying to air out all my business. But yeah, the men don't be trustworthy. This year, though, was eventful, though. I will not lie. This year was eventful in that aspect, but nothing too deep. There was a fun vibe. This was like my in control vibe, which is like not the best way to put it, but like, I'm a control freak, and like, if I'm in a certain situation, I want to be in control of that situation. And I was in control of that situation for like 75% of the time, and I feel like that's pretty good. You know what I mean? But it's like, because I was in control of the situation so much before, it like, the end didn't fuck me up because I was in control. And I feel like I did it on purpose, and I just feel like I played my cards right. You know what I mean? But I know the type of stuff shouldn't be a game like that, but like, I ain't got time to be crying over niggas. No. But yeah. So I had my control year, I think, and I was very self-aware. I'm a little bit like, oh, I could let that go next time, but that doesn't have to be a real ass nigga. It depends on the nigga, for real. Obviously, like, I'm not about to just be obsessed with any nigga. No. Y'all just be nigga in, for real. What else about my social life? Oh, some people are not about to be in my life much longer. That's another thing that was stressing me out on my birthday. My whole social life was stressing me out on my birthday, but not too bad. I'm getting better. I can feel it now. Just talking about it is getting better and stuff like that. But yeah, some people are not about to be in my life much longer. But I'm coming to terms with it because I gotta protect my peace, you know? One thing though is I definitely should maybe communicate that with those people, but like, I'm tired, bro. Yeah? You done? Why? I'm ready. Okay, we can go. Huh? We can go. It was eventful though. I liked this year, even though last semester was really hard. I think I liked this year. I had some fun. Wink, wink. But yeah. I think that's it. What else can I say about my social life? I want to learn boundaries. My mother's coming. Oh, my neighbor outside taking the trash out. Yeah, I want to learn boundaries. I want people to know what I expect from them, and be like, period. If we don't do what she says, not like that, but like. This is like 100% a distraction from schoolwork. I promised myself by midnight, it's 11:12 right now, that I'm going to go back to my schoolwork. But I wanted to continue my conversation because I think about this a lot. Even when I made the video in January, when I made it in January, I don't think I finished. I got close though. I talked about more than like one or two of the topics because I feel like one or the two of the topics are the things I like to talk about a lot. Like, I love to talk about my social relationships, my quote unquote romantic relationships, and my mental health. The other things, I remember I even talked about like my financial situation in January and stuff. But obviously, like I said before, I got like, I don't know if I got too personal or whatever, but I was just like, yeah, I'm putting this on YouTube. And nobody watches my YouTube videos, right? But I always have to think, like, who is going to see this for realsies, or like random people are going to see it possibly. And I think in the past, like
you know how you can't control people? Sometimes I feel like I can't even control myself. Like, I have posted my YouTube channel, I think on my VIP story before, like, I tease it to people and stuff. So, like, it's not a complete secret. My friends know about it already. And they used to watch when I was actually, like, uploading, which I did when I was on co-op. So, hopefully I do that again this spring semester. Like, I actually post more. But, yeah, also if I don't look at the screen a lot, it's because I don't have my glasses on, so there's like nothing to focus on anyway. So I usually just look into space anyway. But I'll try to remember to like look at the screen. I know some people look at the camera, but I look at myself. I can't lie. This video isn't necessarily for the general public. It's mostly for me. But if people started to listen, I wouldn't mind that. I feel like I have stuff to say. I like treating my life like a podcast. But yeah, so yeah, before when I did this video, I thought about it a lot, and I kind of like wish I could have posted it, but I don't know. I just feel like keeping it in my camera roll is not enough. I don't know why I feel like I need to put on YouTube. I just don't think I would like look back in my camera roll and find these videos, if that makes sense. And that's why I'm like, if I put them on YouTube, like they're in a place where in the future I can look back at my life. But also doing a topic like this where I go over the different facets of my life, it feels like it changes every day. Like the last thing I recorded was right after my birthday, and it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since then. And now I'm like already in like a different place. You can't tell in those previous videos, but a bitch was depressed. I didn't even realize I was depressed until after my birthday, because I feel like I don't let negative things really get to me until like for my birthday. Like for my birthday, I'm like, Mickell, you just need to like really focus on the fact that you are alive. At the very least, you are alive. But then I think after my birthday, I was like, damn, bitch is depressed. And I had been depressed for like a week, the week leading up to my birthday. And then after that, it took me a week to realize I was depressed. And then I stayed depressed for like 2 weeks. But I'm a little bit back. I'm trying to crawl out my whole I think I'm mostly back. I don't feel depressed. I'm just overwhelmed with school and stuff, which is kind of like a normal feeling, but also like I would love for the semester to be over. If anybody is watching this and they're in school, also I'm sick. That's a whole nother thing, which is why I'm struggling to call it this whole, because I'm also sick. But if you're in school or whatever, you just gotta remember that school is not life. Like, it's a part of life, but school is not life. Like, I came home for the weekend. That's where I am right now, and it's just like I'm remembering that place is not my only life. Like, I have other things going on. I do things that I enjoy. Like, it's not always the schoolwork and the grades all the time, but yeah, everybody needs to unwind. But anyways, okay, so we're talking about different facets of life. Like I was saying, it changes like all the time. I actually did really good last time. Like, I wish I knew what mood I was in last time for me to speak on my stuff so well, like without getting too much into my business, without airing out too much stuff. I'm gonna try to keep doing that now. But, I don't know, different things happen, and it's just like, man, I wish I could tell the world my business. I just wish I could so bad. Like, I would love to. But obviously, people don't do that for reasons, so... But yeah, to summarize what I had said about my social life and my romantic life, my social life, it's the same way. I kind of like put it in the back of my mind that some people can't stay here, but like can't stay in my life. But it's interesting because you're like, do I get these people out of my life through my own actions, or will it just happen eventually? Because there's no way these people are meant to be here. But I don't know. We'll see. Some people I think I'm going to make a bit of an effort to release, like distance myself. And then, yeah. Also like making friends and stuff. I'm not really at anywhere with that right now. It's just hard. Like I mentioned with the social anxiety, it's not easy to keep up with people for me. But hopefully something shakes, I guess. I don't know. But I don't want to be too caught up in it at the same time. Like, I kind of, I don't know if it's because I'm a fourth year, but I'm going to be in college for 5 years, which is really crazy because it really feels like I should be done. Like, I should be almost done. But I'm in a 5-year program, so it's like, I'm not. And it's crazy because I can feel everything starting to wind down, but I know I'm not leaving. And I'm not embarrassed about it or anything because it's a 5-year program. But I know other people who have to stay longer than they expected as well and stuff like that. But it's just like, you can feel that, like, it's been a long time in college. Like, it's crazy. And it just feels like it should be winding down. But sadly for me, it is not. And with that winding down feeling, I really feel like, I'm hoping my phone is charging right now. I got a text. That's funny. I feel like it's starting to feel like college is kind of like high school in the sense that these people are just this part of my life, which might be sad. I don't know. Because college is, I don't know, I think in the beginning I really felt like I might leave here with lifelong people. And I'm not saying I'm not doing that. I feel like I could leave here with lifelong acquaintances, but people who are like about to be my bridesmaids at my wedding, that I'm less sure about, if that makes sense. Like, there's people who I would love to keep up with and stuff, but it does feel like it's just going to be like high school, where it's an end of an era and I don't really hold any deep ties to it anymore. It was a fun time, but like, bye. I feel like college is about to be the same way, but we'll see for real. It's like, when going into college, I was really worried about like my social life and how that was going to pan out, because I had seen the spectrum of like leaving with a group of friends or like leaving feeling like you didn't do what you need to do in terms of making friends and stuff. And I think I kind of regret it at the same time. I spent a lot of time stressed that like I was on this side of the spectrum, and I was like, oh my God, I'm doing exactly what this person did, and I'm going to leave here with no friends and da 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 da. But I really feel like I was in the middle, and like I had so much fun. College was so much fun. I look back on everything so fondly, even though some stuff was so traumatic. Like I had the crazy times. Niggas had me fucked up. Bitches had me fucked up. Like, people were crazy. Sometimes I felt like I had no friends. Sometimes I felt like everybody was my friend. Like, it was a crazy experience, but I appreciated it so much. I love it. It was so much. Like, would have never imagined, like, I didn't go into college with like expectations, but it's just so interesting, even when you had no expectations, to look back and be like, wow, the stuff that happened was wild. And I'm not even done. Like, I have another year. It's crazy. It's really crazy. But yeah, so that's why maybe my last year I'll make more relationships and stuff. In my major, I don't have like friends in my major. I do, actually, I do. But it's like 2, but mostly 1. And it's just like, that's one thing I could say I might regret a little bit, is like, maybe I should make more friends in my major. But honestly, those people are very different from me, if you know what I'm saying. So I don't know how much I regret that. I just wish I knew somebody. I wish I knew more biomedical engineers. Not that I needed to be in classes with them or something, but just people I could mesh with. Maybe more Black ones, honestly. Like, I feel like that's what I was missing, like peers in my field. But engineering is such a big field in general. Like, when you choose a discipline, to me, it's like, do you even work within that discipline? But for real, it's like, I don't know. Just life after college is so big. It's like, does that stuff even matter? Which I'm sure it does to an extent. Networking is important, yada, yada, yada. But, and then, so I think that's about it with my social relationships. Yeah. This sounds bad, but I would always, this is the type of stuff I feel like I said in January, where I was like, okay, and I cannot post this. But I feel like I could live life. If somebody told me in 5 years, all your friends are different, I think I would be okay with that. And I'm going to just leave it at that. It sounds bad, but I don't mean it in a bad way. I just feel like I wouldn't be mad. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be mad. Because I just wonder, like, if how things are is what's really for me, if that makes sense. And then, what else? social relationship, yeah, romantic relationship. As I said before, my friends be like, oh, we just can't wait to see you in love. And I'm just really not there yet. Like, and none of these men have proven themselves worthy of that. And everything I see other people in, most of the time, it doesn't seem worth it. It does not seem like an enjoyable experience. Like, everything seems a little bit like questionable. It's either like you're ignorant and having the best time of your life, or you're aware of what's going on and it's not good, but at least you have a man. I'm like, what? I don't like that. But yeah. Yeah. Looking back, I had my time this year. I had my time. I had fun. That was not a relationship. And that was because I don't want a relationship, which I feel like that made me come to realize. But do I? I don't know. I feel like the problem is I would be open to one that had all the things I needed. And I just feel like in this moment right now, I don't know anybody who has that aspect. I didn't know anybody then who had that aspect. So like, that's why I was never like, I want to be in a relationship with you. Like, I was never like that. I don't think I've ever been like that with anybody. And that's another thing I wonder about. It's like, will I ever want a relationship? I don't know. I want to want a relationship, or not. It's not like I don't want. I don't know what it is. Some people, I always refer back to different stuff I've watched or different stuff I've read, and sometimes it comes down to like, do you feel that you deserve love? And then it's like, oh, the person never thought they deserved love, and I'm like, do I think I don't deserve love? And I'm like, I feel like I do think I deserve love. Maybe that's the problem, because I just feel like none of the things people are giving is giving love. But we're gonna leave it at that. Okay. And then another part of the wheel, I'm trying to remember it. I still haven't looked at the picture for real. I can even pull it up on my laptop, I think. I know that finances was definitely one of them. Right now, finances. This is me and my finances. I just have nothing has woken me up enough to be like, Mickell, you need to care. Like, I'm not at that point yet. I have another year of college. It just still does not feel like I need to care yet. I will say I do have a good co-op coming up, so I think I will have money, and I hope I save that money. But if I don't, who knows with me, like, because I've co-op before, but they were lower paying jobs. So when you have a lower paying job, it's like, you want me to save these scraps when I could live life? I don't know. But yeah, so right now the money is, it's so crazy because I work too. But like, why do I work? I actually work now to pay bills. Before, I just worked because I could, it's crazy how things, I was working because I could, and then bills fell into my lap, and because I was working because I could handle the bills. But now it's like, oh, now I can't stop. I feel like that's how adulting happens. Like, the bills come and you're like, oh, this is fine. And then you realize this is never ending. And that's where I'm at with that now. It's not that bad though. And I honestly do feel like mine is not never ending. Like, if I needed those to be taken care of elsewhere, they could be taken care of by someone else other than me, which is a blessing, I'm sure. But yeah, I would say right now my finances is TBD.
It's me from the future again. I just wanted to explain why I was looking so hard at my laptop instead of my phone. I was looking through my Google Photos trying to find that wheel of the facets of life that is on the screen for most of this video, because by that point in the video I had been going off the dome and I didn't have the actual picture. Like, it was in my camera roll, but I was using my phone to record, and then the pictures were on my Google Photos on my laptop, so I was going through those trying to find it. And I was also distracted by some old text messages because I screenshot everything. So I was being distracted by old text messages, and then also looking for that photo, which I originally screenshotted like a year ago. So that's why I was looking at my laptop so much. And what else? I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, I think once I find the thing, I start looking at the camera again. I'm pretty sure.
Until this next co-op, and then we're gonna see what happens after that co-op. Do I save the money? We will see. Like, I think I will, because I don't think I spend money like that, but like then it be gone, so maybe I do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think my personal cost of living is high at all. Like, I'm a very easy person to please. The only thing maybe is like I like to get clothes, but sometimes I stop. Sometimes I'm like, I don't need clothes right now. Like, sometimes I don't care about what clothes I have. So do I really know where my money goes? Like, I don't. You know what? I do know where my money goes. My money goes to school. Like, what? Yeah, it's not me. My cost of living is low. It's just circumstances, I think. But yeah, TBD, and then I can update that next year. Maybe we're going to make it a birthday thing, but I don't think so, because October is more busy times, and I'm trying to find times where I would be more free, like summer or Christmas break is where I would do something like this, which is what I did before in December, but I don't know why I didn't finish. So I did social, and then in social I talked about romantic and normal social. And then I just did finances. And then mental. As I said before, I was depressed, but I think I'm okay. I did not start therapy. I've gone to therapy how many times in my life? 1, 2? I've been to therapy twice, and they were both, the first time was good because I got some tears out that I had been holding in. And then the second time was not good because she told me I seemed fine. And I was literally sitting in there, like in the middle of a panic attack, and she told me I looked fine. And that's when I was like, oh my God, I couldn't do it. I could not do it after that. Oh, I've been to therapy 3 times. There was another time where I felt like she just stared at me the whole time. And I was trying to explain to her, my life is falling apart. And she's like, you know, one of them like tell me more people, but I'm like, I need some prompting, but also everything is wrong when I tell you what's wrong. It's just, you know what I mean? I'm working on that though. My sister's trying to get me this one therapist. So that'd be cool if that happens, but it's crazy because then therapy is another like time consuming thing. It's another thing that costs money. It's just keeping up with yourself is hard. Life is hard. College is really hard. I feel like that's been hitting me a lot. I did this Instagram takeover on my birthday, and I mentioned that college is hard. And that like nobody should ever feel like it's like not or something. And I've been thinking about that a lot. Like, college is really hard, even though it's doable, it does not mean it's not hard as hell. And it is really hard. Since I like just came out of a depression, in my mind right now, I'm like, am I still depressed or am I really out of it? So that's why I feel like I can't say much of it. I think I'm out of it. So, yeah. But I feel like life is just like that. Like, even when I realized I was depressed, I was very okay with it. Like, genuinely. Not like okay, but like, this is life. You have these periods of time where things are not it feels like an energy shift, but I got out of it and I'm happy about that. Also, social anxiety, I still struggle with that. It feels very out of my control, but I'm also very aware of it at the same time. It's a really interesting feeling. It makes you wonder, like, what do people think of me? But at the same time, you're like, I don't care what people think of me. But then you're like, oh my God, what do people think of me? Like, am I don't know. Am I a disruption to people's lives, or do people perceive me in a way that I would never even imagine? Which sometimes is the case. You can't really control that in any life, but it's just interesting. Because then sometimes I'm like, I really don't know how I'm perceived at all. But I don't really care, but I do sometimes. You know what I mean? So I found the wheel. Let me show you guys. Okay. So we talked about relational. We talked about my finances. I was talking about my mental. We can include emotional on there. Emotionally, I think I'm not depressed anymore. I'm at this like I'm at a plateau right now where I'm trying to I don't even know if that would be a plateau, but I'm trying to find where I'm at right now. I don't even know where I'm at emotionally right now because I feel like I just opened my eyes back to reality, outside of depression reality. And I'm like, what's going on? And because school is stressful, it kind of tries to like push you back down. But I'm like, how stressful can you be? Because before I was depressed, I was dealing with you and I was fine. So I should be able to come back and still deal with you and be fine, is how I feel. Yeah. But then it's also like you miss some schoolwork. But I didn't miss that much schoolwork. So that's why I'm like, I should be fine. I just need the semester to finish and I think I'll be fine. And yeah. Emotional. What else emotional? I feel like that goes with relational and stuff. Like, how am I emotionally handling the relational aspects of my life? Some things there's a lot of replay that goes on when certain things happen. That makes you like look back at situations a lot. I feel like that is a little bit of the phase I'm in right now, but I'm also in like a fuck yeah phase, and I'm also in like a, one thing about me is like I really feel the absence of closure hard. I feel like that's what I struggle with the most. I'm always like, I don't know how common it is for people to end things without a conversation, but I feel like that kind of happens to me more times than I would like. And so I feel like that's where a lot of my emotion might come from, but also not, because I don't know. I think a lot about like, damn, I just want the final conversation. Anytime anything happens, it's like, I just want the final conversation. Like, I'm not at peace with it. Are you at peace with it? Because I'm not. But I also am, because I'm like, this is life, man. This is how shit goes. Like, what? This is how it be. This is just how it be. Yeah. Mental, emotional, relational, financial. I feel like those are most things covered. It's like you can't even ask questions, and who even really knows what I'm talking about? Like, I feel like I have to speak in code because I want to put this on a public YouTube channel for God knows why. Anyways, physical. I still don't work out. Oh my gosh. I look at these things and I'm like, oh, I don't have anything to say about it. And then I start talking and I'm like, oh my God, yes, I do. I'm sick, so my energy is very low. I'm less sick than I was. Like, I was in bed with body aches that were hurting. Like, it really felt like somebody was punching me, and I was like, this is really bad. Like, should I go to the hospital? I didn't, obviously, but I feel less sick now. My sore throat is gone. I might cough a little bit here and there, but I just have a lot of mucus that I'm trying to get rid of, that low-key be like trying to choke me and stuff in the back there. Like, what? But that's like all I'm dealing with right now. And then, not all I'm dealing with, because and then I found out that I have seborrheic dermatitis, because I've been telling everybody I have psoriasis. I like self-diagnosed myself with psoriasis years ago. Come to find out, it was just seborrheic dermatitis, and I was prescribed a shampoo that helps with it, but you're supposed to use it 2 times a week, and I only was washing my hair once a week at the time I was given this prescription. But he was like, you can still try it. But now it's kind of like not doing its thing for real. So I'm gonna look into maybe getting like a different shampoo, different prescription, something. And then because 2 times a week is not realistic for a girl with my hair texture. And you know, modern medicine is not catered to everybody. Modern medicine is catered to the white man. So I need to get something that fits me better. I also have been having this shoulder pain and like sometimes chest pain, which when I was sick, there was a day where when I was coughing, it hurt at the place where the chest pain was. But I have this shoulder pain where it's like, sometimes if I move my arm a certain way, it really hurts. And it's like, it's interesting because it's like always there. And I would say it started at the same time my depression kind of started. So it's been here for a minute now. It's coming up on a month. So I'm planning on getting that checked in the near future. Like this week, I'm hoping, but it's so hard with school and work to schedule stuff for yourself. And but this week should be lighter because I have less work this week. But yeah, I think that's the only thing. Physically with me, I'm still cold all the time. I still live by my heater. I love my heater. I know my heater better than I know people. It's crazy. And yeah, I love my heater. But I need to tell my doctor that I'm always cold because I forgot to tell my doctor that I'm always cold the first time I met him. So yeah. And then lastly, spiritually, ooh, hard hitter here. But spiritually, I'm like, I've been on pause for years on that. I just am leading my life with love, and that's all I really have to say for it, I think. The Hosier clip, maybe I would include it, where he's interviewed by Brittany Broski, who I'm genuinely not a fan of. I'm not a huge fan of her. I don't dislike her. I'm just not a fan of her. She's not my type of person, but he mentioned the kind of like the beauty in questioning your faith, and I feel like everybody should think about that. But yeah, I believe in love, and that's about it. I'm not concerned about what happens after I'm gone anymore. I think I'm just chilling here while I'm here, if that makes sense. I'm just pretty sure I'll be good once I'm gone too, you know, with whatever is going on outside of this. And maybe I don't know now for a reason. You know what I mean? But leading with love, trying to spread love, trying to do everything in the form of love. Love politics, look it up, period. But yeah, I think that's it. I think I finished. And this will be less than an hour video. I look kind of crazy with what I'm doing with my face. But now I actually have something to put on YouTube. I just have to like kind of edit it. I just want to cut out stuff where I'm not doing anything and then put it up. But am I going to put it up? I don't know. I hope so. Yeah. I did not do schoolwork, and I don't know if I'm going to. I think I'm going to try, maybe, but I didn't want to just end the video there because I don't know if I ended on a sour note or not, but I was like, let me end it on a note that is positive. But I feel like since this semester started, I've just been on this new wave of like, I love life no matter how crazy it is. I'm really getting used to how crazy it is, and I just love it because it's like, even when horrible things happen, it's a story at the end of the day. It's a story I love to tell. I love to retell all the shit that I've gone through. Not all the things were fun. Like, some of that stuff did feel like I was dying or something, but I just love life so much. Like, I don't know. And I also appreciate things even when they end on a sour note. I still love when stuff happened, you know what I mean? Like, even if it ended on a sour note, I'd still appreciate the good times so much. And I'm like, wow, like that is what was making me happy at that time, even if it crashed and burned in the end, even if that person is not who's making me happy now. But at that time, they are making me happy, and I appreciate it as much as I can. So yeah, I'm going to try to do, this is hard because I don't think I explained this fully. I'll try to explain it in the description, but also I'll explain it here. I know it's after the fact because I already started, but these are the facets of life that I like Googled or whatever. Because I think when I first started this, I was like, I feel like I was like, is my life in shambles or something? And I was like, let me find out. And I wanted to find out the facets of life and really look at if my life was in shambles or not. And then it just kind of turned into what it is now, is I just wanted to do like a yearly review of my life in those facets of life, because I think it encompasses most of my life, like everything that is happening in my life. And I finally finished this around my birthday, and it would be cool to do this around my birthday every year, but it also just depends on how busy I am. I just want to do it regularly so I can look back on my life and be like, wow, that's what was happening then, because I think it's because I appreciate what has happened so much. Like, my life has just been so eventful, especially like how I mentioned how with college I have this feeling of like things are winding down. I loved college. Like, I'm so happy that like I didn't not go to college. Like, I could not have done life yet. You know what I mean? Like, even though college is a scam, they take all your money, they waste your time with those classes, the life that it gives you and the time that it gives you to learn about yourself and like grow without you being able to actually ruin your life. I'm so appreciative of it, and I haven't loved everything that has happened, but I don't know what I loved, but I'm just like so appreciative of everything that happened, whether I was a fan of it or not. I would say that like 97% of my college experience I loved, and like anything that I still have ill feeling towards is because it never got resolved, or there's still things that affect me about it in a way. But like I remember everything that happened to me in the beginning was something that made me happy, and I appreciate that. And I'm like, all the people who I met made me happy in the beginning before they ever maybe disappointed me, whether they did or they didn't. All the niggas I talked to, it was entertaining. It made me feel good until they didn't. But when they made me feel good, they made me feel good. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. All the money I made, I liked getting the money. And then when I didn't have the money, I still appreciate the times I had the money. You know what I mean? All those things, all the mental health stuff I went through. You know, it was just all so eye-opening. I learned a lot. I think that I wish I grew a little bit more from the things I learned. Like I feel like I'm in the process of learning how to take actions to better my life, because the things that I experienced opened my eyes to different like places in my life that needed some more like a stronger foundation. And I kind of know what I need to rework that foundation or make it stronger. But right now I think is where I'm trying to think more about really doing those things. Like, I know what I need to do to make my life safer and better for me. And it's just becoming a doing type of thing, which I feel like therapy would help with. So hopefully in a year from now, I'm going to be saying like I'm doing the things I wish I could do for myself. But yeah, I'm ranting more than I wanted to, but I just wanted to conclude this. If you're watching this very confused about me, I would just say to watch my past videos, because I feel like I discuss myself a little bit more in those. But yeah, this is more for myself. This whole thing is more for myself. And yeah. I hope it wasn't too boring because I vaguely talk about my own life. I hope it was enough to get people thinking about their own lives and entertaining enough for you guys to be like, I wonder what she's talking about. And then when you get me to 1 million subscribers, I'll tell you all the tea. I don't actually expect that. My thing is more so maybe when I'm out of college and I can rip everybody I've ever met apart, but or maybe I'll mature and realize that I don't need to. But I don't know. I feel like in the future I'll definitely have stories to tell. But yeah. And I'm talking like college is over. College is not over for me. As I said before, I have an extra year that a lot of people don't get. But yeah, from what I've experienced so far, life is crazy. And that is my conclusion. Life is crazy, but I think we all have this opportunity to learn to love it at the same time. Would you like this compared to a black screen? I would choose this 100 times, I think. But yeah, life is crazy. Evaluate your life. Self-reflection. Thanks for watching.